Today on Investigate TV Plus, more adults in their 30s and 40s are receiving a diagnosis usually not associated with someone in the prime of their lives.
I think for the first year, I just had it going through my head like, I have Parkinson's? Do I have Parkinson's?
We examine young-onset Parkinson's disease, how symptoms can differ from older patients, plus
I got to the top and it was just everything. It's like, it felt very cinematic, like your whole life flashes, and it's just like, you know, you can do hard things.
the inspiring journey of two patients who defied the disease to conquer a daunting climb.
Then a crime that knows no boundaries.
It's frustrating because the majority of people who end up with fake cards are kids.
We take an in-depth look at a brazen fraud duping young fans, the high cost of counterfeiting, and simple solutions to spot the fakes.
And a group of teens with a traumatic bond find strength and community in each other.
You're still a human being, and to always keep pushing forward.
We show you how a summer camp helps them heal from the inside out.
In-depth stories that inform and inspire. You're watching Investigate TV Plus. For many, the image of a patient with Parkinson's disease is someone who is older, but the face of the disease is changing. Recent studies show the number of younger adults with the disease is increasing in the United States. I'm Lee Zurich.
And I'm T. Chappelle. Young-onset Parkinson's disease is defined as anyone under the age of 50 diagnosed with the neurological condition. According to the Mayo Clinic, Parkinson's disease, also known as PD, is a movement disorder of the nervous system that worsens over time. PD patients usually lose the ability to control and coordinate movements, but experts say the age of diagnosis can make a difference for disease progression and symptoms.
Younger PD patients often have more involuntary movement problems due to commonly prescribed medications for the disease. Other problems, such as memory loss, confusion, and balance difficulties, tend to be less frequent. Although there is no cure, most younger patients are able to remain active.
Reporter Tan Trung introduces us to a man and woman in New Orleans inspired to raise awareness about Parkinson's by reaching new heights.
A very good evening, dear passengers, and welcome to Kilimanjaro.
In September 2025, Nathan Willis and Tasha Kane set out to climb Mount Kilimanjaro. Standing over 19,000 feet above sea level, Kilimanjaro is the highest mountain in Africa.
It's really, really hard.
A filmmaker, Nathan documented their, at times, difficult journey.
It rained today, and as cold as it's been, it's just gonna get colder. And I have nothing to wear.
To see her struggling so much is really, really hard. But everyone on this team wants her to finish, and they'll walk as slow as we have to get up there.
To truly appreciate their ascent, we should take a few steps back. To New Orleans, in the time they began noticing changes in their bodies.
I was 32.
It's 36.
I had a slight tremor in my thumb. My thumb just kept kind of going back and forth sometimes. And I put off going to the doctor for a while.
So in 2020, my hand started shaking, and I thought it was stress from the pandemic because, like everyone, we were stuck at home and my business had shut down.
Finally went to the neurologist.
And then I finally saw a movement disorder specialist.
He said something strange. He was like, it's probably what you're thinking it is. And I was like, and immediately Parkinson's jumped into my head. And then I got it confirmed the next time I went to his office.
It started with the shakiness, and she would just say, do you have this problem? Do you find your foot dragging? I was like, yes. Do you have problems? Do you need to go to the bathroom more often? I said, yes. She said, are you having trouble sleeping? And I said, yes. And all these things, she just knew just from looking at me.
Young-onset Parkinson's is rare, affecting about 10% of all Parkinson's cases. Diagnoses under the age of 40 are even rarer.
I think we tend to think of Parkinson's as a quote-unquote old person's condition. What was it like for you to get that diagnosis at 32?
Honestly, part of it was relief, just like knowing, because I'd known something was wrong for a while.
It's like this, your whole life, this future that you had imagined for yourself is just gone. And so, yeah, it was a really hard time, hard thing to hear.
So far, there is no cure. A progressive disease. Early symptoms include tremors, difficulty walking, and loss of balance.
My hand shakes, which is hard because I'm a filmmaker, and so holding the camera is getting harder, and I know it's just going to keep getting more and more challenging. My foot drags, my balance is off.
So I was a teacher for 17 years, and I had to go on disability about 1.5 years ago, which is really hard because I love the students so much. But because of that, you can't do that job if you're not 100% in it, and it was just getting unsafe to do it.
They met through Team Fox NOLA, a local support group under the Michael J. Fox Foundation.
He's the first person I met in New Orleans with Parkinson's, and was very close to me.
Meeting Tasha for me was like the turning point in my Parkinson's journey, when I was going from this place of hopelessness and depression and my life is over. Finding Tasha, knowing there's someone else out there like me, and then the community we've been able to build together.
In June 2024, Tasha saw an ad in the Foundation's newsletter about a unique fundraiser, a trip to the top of Mount Kilimanjaro. Hoping to recapture a sense of adventure, Tasha signed up right away. Nathan followed.
We don't know what the future holds, but we know right now we can try it, and why not try to live your life while you can.
Team Fox's group of 10 headed to Tanzania, everyone touched by Parkinson's in some way.
We're all doing this for something bigger than just, we want to climb a mountain.
After more than a year of preparation, they began climbing.
It's the prettiest place I've ever taken my Parkinson's medication.
They spent 8 days on the mountain. It paid no attention to Parkinson's. There were slips and falls, but they kept moving, mindful of the altitude and its effects.
What they tell you going up the mountain is pole pole.
Pole pole.
Which is Swahili for slowly, slowly. And that's what they just say every day, every time. And it's because your inclination is to walk fast, and we're walking very, very slow. But they're doing that for a reason. They're trying to help you adjust to it.
Slow and steady, they got closer to the peak. About 2,000 feet from the top, Tasha had trouble breathing. She could not go on.
There were a few tears at first, but then I kind of reflected on it, and I feel like, my body didn't really fail me. It got me that far up the mountain. It got me 17,000 and something feet up the mountain that I never thought I would be climbing in the first place.
Honestly, having to leave Tasha was really hard, and I cried for a long time.
We're gonna make it.
Not so sure.
Yes, we are.
Nathan and the rest of Team Fox pushed on.
Team Fox.
Yes.
Team Fox.
Team Fox, Team Fox, Team Fox.
Eventually summiting Kilimanjaro.
Oh, thank you.
I got to the top, and it was just everything. It's like, it felt very cinematic, like your whole life flashes, and it's just like, you can do hard things. And I just hugged, like I said, all the people on the mountain, on the team were very close, and the first person I saw, I just hugged, and I just started weeping on her shoulder. And it was out of joy, it was out of sadness that I wasn't there with Tasha. Yeah, it was a really special moment.
I think I learned that I can push myself harder than I thought I could. It was probably the hardest thing I ever did, the hardest I ever pushed my body, and I did it. I mostly did it. And that also it's okay to step back, especially with a chronic disease like mine.
No one gets out of this life alive. We're all gonna have sickness. We're all gonna have illness where sometimes you can predict it, sometimes you can't. But I think the gift that I've been given is that I kind of have an idea of how much longer I'll be able to work and to do things like this. And so I am just trying to make the most of every minute that I have.
Along with medication, researchers have found that people living with Parkinson's can improve their health and even slow the disease's progression with exercise.
John Reinhardt takes daily medication and even had a surgical intervention to ease his symptoms. But he also does something he says has had a bigger impact than traditional medicine. John takes part in Rock Steady, a national exercise program designed specifically for PD patients. He told reporter Kristen Crowley it's become an important part of his treatment.
Where do you think you would be today if you didn't do this exercise?
I have no question, but the Parkinson's would be far worse than it is.
The doctor we spoke to says even if you can't find a program like Rock Steady, any high-intensity aerobic exercise can be beneficial.
Still to come, it's the size of a hand, has 8 legs, and soon it could be spreading across America. We explore efforts to track an invasive arachnid and reveal how a mosquito could take a bite out of its spread.
But first, looks can be deceiving.
This is like an $800 card.
Okay. And that's counterfeit. That's not real.
A multi-billion-dollar criminal industry takes your hard-earned money and, in some cases, puts your family's safety at risk. We take an in-depth look at counterfeiting and provide solutions to help you avoid fakes.
You can watch Investigate TV Plus anytime streaming online. Get the app for Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and Apple TV. It's free to download. Fakes, knockoffs, dupes. No matter how you say it, the sale of counterfeit goods is surging.
According to the most recent data from 2021, the global counterfeiting trade reached an estimated $467 billion, a figure that has likely since increased.
Consumer investigator Tammy Elliott examines a counterfeit that's costing kids their hard-earned money, takes a closer look at the business of fakes, and shows you how to avoid them.
At Green Bay City Cards on Military Avenue, Pokemon cards are popular.
Oh, it's crazy. We sell out of product as soon as we get it.
While collectors like Atala Shong are trying to catch them all.
Pokemon's an awesome and amazing hobby. I've been collecting for a long time.
They're also seeing fakes.
I've caught some and I've noticed and I've called them out.
So has Jake Schultz.
This is like an $800 card.
Okay.
And
that's counterfeit. That's not real. They get collectors who thought they had a gem coming in to sell at Green Bay City Cards.
Probably once a week I get a fake card.
And what is the reaction when someone finds out?
Usually they're pretty surprised.
Schultz says not knowing they bought a fake from third-party sellers online or at flea markets.
It's frustrating because the majority of people who end up with fake cards are kids.
He shows us side-by-side comparisons.
You'll be able to tell just by the color and the print quality of the back whether or not it's fake.
Looking at the back of the card for the dark blue border.
So the real is the blue, the fake is purpley, and then that one looks faded.
Yep.
Real card, fake card.
So those ones are actually pretty close.
Pretty close, but there's still a difference.
Yes.
Also, he says, know if the card you're buying has a texture.
Patterns and designs etched into the surface of the card. So if you feel a card that's supposed to have texture, that's a pretty good tell.
But if you're a new collector, maybe you don't know that.
Counterfeit cards are often see-through.
My favorite being a simple flashlight test.
Holding a card over your phone flashlight can help spot a fake.
With a real card, you put the flashlight on and you won't see any light behind it. But if you take a fake card, you can see the circle from the flashlight.
His advice, buy from a verified source.
If you're ever questioning, best advice I can give you is just stop in at a local game store and ask. They'll tell you the truth.
U.S. Customs data shows that counterfeit seizures more than doubled between 2020 and 2024. The bulk of seized counterfeit items consisted of clothing, footwear, and leather goods. At the same time, hazardous fakes like cosmetics and automotive parts were increasingly prevalent. At our borders, for example, Homeland Security Investigations, or HSI, seizes things like oil filters, brake pads, and airbags. Christopher Mabeltini is the director with U.S. Customs and Border Protection Office of Trade, which works closely with HSI. Over the last 5 years, the CBP seized more than 839,000 counterfeit auto parts. That's a retail value of more than $60 million.
I think of the potential lives that were saved because we were able to have them here and they didn't make their way into a vehicle.
To protect yourself from counterfeits, make sure you buy from a trusted source. Inspect products and packaging. Use technology to verify. And be skeptical of deals that seem too good to be true. You can report any counterfeit to the National Intellectual Property Rights Coordination Center's website at iprcenter.gov. In Green Bay, Wisconsin, I'm Tammy Elliott.
Still ahead, a special camp where teens are inspired by one another.
It's been nice to see other kids how they look like me and like they've gone through the same experiences like I have.
We reveal the common bond and conversations that brought them together.
But first, it's neither itsy nor bitsy.
Have you ever seen the movie Alien?
Instead, this rather large invasive species has made itself quite comfortable in the southeastern United States and beyond.
Oh, I see one. Yeah. Oh, no, two.
We examine the journey of the Juro spider and solutions to control its spread.
Our in-depth coverage continues. You can get connected to Investigate TV Plus on all social media platforms. A large, brightly colored invasive species from East Asia is weaving its way across the United States.
The Juro spider first arrived in Georgia around 2013, but has since spread across the southeast. Juros are currently found throughout North Georgia, the upstate of South Carolina, parts of Tennessee and North Carolina, and also in Maryland, but researchers think it's only a matter of time before they spread.
Reporter Joshua Skinner gives insight into how scientists in Georgia are working to untangle the web of their travels.
In his Biology 2 lab at Georgia Gwinnett College.
Are you saying that there's 108 insects in there?
Dr. James Russell dishes out bug knowledge.
Homoptera, hemiptera.
Russell's PhD and expertise is a virus called Wolbachia.
Not a virus, it's a bacteria.
Noted. And if you haven't heard of Wolbachia, get in line. It might be the most common bacteria on Earth, but almost exclusively affects bugs. And over the past 4 years, Russell and a small team have looked at its effects in the exploding Joro population.
We didn't expect much.
But what they did find could be significant. Male Joros that carry a double infection of Wolbachia can sterilize females, if that female has a single or no infection at the time of mating. Russell's findings could prove important, potentially leading to a method of population control.
There's a very successful application of that on mosquitoes.
We decided to look at the real thing.
Well, some of the students said that they saw some Joro spiders among our apple trees, so...
And it didn't take long.
Oh, I see one. Yeah. Oh, no, two.
These beefy arachnids hitched a ride on a ship more than a decade ago from East Asia. Now they're hitching themselves to homes and trees. It begs the question,
when one of those gets on me and bites me, how many seconds do I have until I die?
In reality, they're nearly harmless to humans.
The best match for the ones that we have here are from spiders that were collected and analyzed in China.
Russell's research is ongoing, and a solution still years away. So until then, keep an eye out for webs and be thankful that it's just a spider.
I know if you go out there and you see one, you're not going to be snagging
I
pictures.
will not be taking
away.
pictures. I will likely be slowly backing away. You know, they say they're harmless, but I'm still nervous. I'm still scared. It's still a spider.
Yes. Slowly, you're going to be running. You're going to be...
Maybe.
See T-Shawn. Yeah.
Getting away.
That's right.
Up next, it's salve for the soul.
We can relate with a lot of stuff like that really no one else can who hasn't been burned.
We take you to a special camp ensuring young burn survivors, they're not alone.
You can watch Investigate TV Plus anytime online. Just subscribe to our YouTube channel at Investigate TV. You can catch stories and full episodes.
According to the CDC, every day about 300 children in this country go into the emergency room to be treated for a burn. For many, the physical and psychological scars remain long past an ER visit.
Every year, a group of teen burn survivors get an experience to connect with each other and be carefree. Reporter Deborah Alfarone takes us inside to the camp.
We need all men on deck for this one. Pull.
Watching these teens free fall might make your stomach drop, but these fearless 14 to 16-year-olds have survived something far scarier, devastating burns.
It felt nice to be in the air.
And kind of free. And how often do we get to feel that?
Not very often.
Kaylee Twyman is one of about 40 teen burn survivors picked to attend a special week-long camp. They tour Washington, D.C., then end at Camp Wabana in Maryland for adventures like this ropes course.
So hi everyone, welcome to the Leap of Faith.
It's all part of the International Association of Firefighters annual burn camp, David Rico Petroselli is the camp director.
We basically spent all day going up and down the mall and letting the kids see Smithsonian museums and not be rushed through them.
For many, it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. For all, it's a week to let their guard down and just be free.
It's been nice to see like other people like me who have burns. Like my burns aren't visible, mine are on my back, but it's been nice to see like other kids, how they look like me and like they've gone through the same experiences like I have, and we can relate with a lot of stuff like that that really no one else can who hasn't been burned.
Each teen carries their own story. Some scars are visible, some aren't, but they all share one thing: resilience.
So what do you want people to know about you and maybe some of the other people here who have experienced burns?
That it's not the end of the world. You're still a human being, and to always keep pushing forward, no matter who tells you what, and just to be yourself.
Each camper attended with a counselor from their hometown burn camp. Emilio Montoya was once a camper, now he's a counselor.
I actually see myself in some of them. The best part about being a counselor to me is just trying to create that one memory for the kid to keep coming back.
The camp has been inviting campers and counselors for more than 40 years. From Michigan to Maine, from California to Canada, each day the teens learn lessons based on a theme, including teamwork, commitment, and integrity. They can teach us a lesson too.
We are all human. We're all the same. We've been through different things, but at the end of the day, we're all human. And we all have feelings, and we're okay, we're here, we're alive, and we're just trying to get through life.
And that's it for us on Investigate TV Plus. I'm Tisha Powell.
And I'm Lee Zurich. Thanks for watching.
On the next Investigate TV Plus,
a child can drown in a toilet.
Yes.
Do you think most people know that?
Probably not.
unknown dangers in your home could put young lives at risk.
90% of all accidents to children happen in the home, and 90% of those are preventable.
We step inside the unique house, arming parents with the tools to protect their children.